Grand Rising, loved ones. Welcome back to another episode of Healing Wisdom with me, your favorite spiritual advisor, Empress Oracle. So, I've been seeing what's wrong with my zodiac sign challenge floating around, and we're going to talk about it. Basically, if you don't know, I have always been into astrology, and I have almost 38 years of hands-on study with people from various backgrounds, ethnicities, geographical locations, and zodiac signs. And I'm going to just share with you guys a little bit. This is not to bash any sign. This is just the raw, uncut truth, not out of a book, but from personal hands-on experience, not just from myself dealing with people from various zodiac signs, but also my observation of just how they are and their interactions with others. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So first and foremost in the zodiac, of course, is the Dada, the Aries. You know, I might be a little biased, guys, because my sun sign is the Aries, all right? But I'm saying what DJ Khaled said, we the best. Now, as far as Aries go, I will say, as far as Aries go, we tend to be very multifaceted individuals, right? And first of all, I'm going to start off by saying you always have two different types of each zodiac sign. I like to say you always have the unevolved of that sign and the evolved of that sign. So the unevolved of whatever zodiac sign is the person who they kind of work into the negative aspects of that sign. You know, they haven't evolved. They haven't come over those cons of each sign, because each sign has pros and cons that goes with them. Each sign has, as I like to say, light attributes and dark attributes, okay, which means good parts of their personality and then negative parts of their personality. Regardless of who you are, what you choose to display, that's your own personal choice. However, the unevolved of each sign are the ones who, instead of evolving and becoming better persons, better people, they choose to be content in the negative side, the negative traits, the unevolved traits of those zodiac signs. Because each sign, as I said, evolution is a part of life. So each sign is supposed to evolve. However, you can tell when some people have chosen not to go through the evolution process by their behaviors. And that's what we're going to talk about in the zodiac signs. So with Aries, I'm going to say, unevolved Aries characteristics, number one, I would have to say would be jealousy. And I'm going to tell you, I'm an Aries, but when I was young, I realized that jealousy is an Aries character flaw. Now, we might not want to admit it. However, the thing is, when I was younger and I remember I got jealous over somebody for some fucking thing. I don't remember what it was because I was very young. However, I did not like that feeling. So at the time, I didn't even know that that was a part of my evolution process, is to overcome these negative things. So I said, I don't like this feeling. So what can I do? And so from there, I chose to look at things in a different perspective. And that is a challenge, one of the challenges that Aries have to overcome. Now, a lot of Aries are very good with overcoming this challenge. I will say I have met quite a few unevolved Aries, but most Aries that I have come across are more evolved. However, the ones that do have an issue with jealousy or something, they tend to voice it and are able to, work past it in some type of way, or they'll just try to fight you. So, but basically, you have to tell yourself, like, okay, that does not mean just because I feel this way about this thing, jealousy, I don't like the feelings that it brings to me, because Aries is the god of war. And a lot of times people, when they are acting out of jealousy, from there they end up being combative and whatnot. And unless you want an extensive criminal record, you have to learn, whenever you feel these feelings, you have to address the issue as to why you feel this way. What is making you feel jealous? First and foremost, you have to swallow your pride and admit to yourself that you are feeling jealous, you're feeling some type of way towards something. So once you feel that, once you admit that, then you have to identify why you feel jealous. Then you have to understand, okay, not everything that's good for somebody else is good for me, all right? it's not all the time what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So you have to realize, okay, what can I do for myself that is going to help me to achieve the things that I want, that I see other people having. And that is also another reason why Aries are very ambitious, right? Some Aries can be competitive. Yes, this is true. Yes, this is true. Some Aries can be competitive. However, an evolved Aries, once they realize that jealousy is not suitable for us and our character and our nature, because we are a fire sign and will end up in jail, then from there, we have to also realize that everything goes in our own pace. We can't go off of everybody else's process, right? The race is not for the swift. Therefore, and once you also realize that there is enough of everything for everybody out here, and once you realize that you truly are unique and special, then you will not have a need to compete with people, because Aries are very unique individuals. They have a tendency to be very athletic. They have a tendency to be very artistic and very eloquent. So therefore, there is no need for competition, because there's so many different avenues that we can use to achieve the things that we want, instead of competing with others or feeling jealousy. And also, too, another horrible trait of the Aries zodiac sign is our tempers. Yes, Aries have very quick tempers. And although as quickly as their tempers flare up, it flares down. During the time of the flare up, some of the things that an Aries can do can tend to be destructive, because, as I said before, Aries are fire signs. So when we get into a rage, we tend to not think. Aries are action-minded, kinetic individuals. So they have a tendency to act and then think. And a lot of times that causes us to get into hot water and trouble and issues that we really don't need to be in. A lot of times our mouth goes before our mind, and we may say the wrong things at the wrong time, because also, you know, us Aries have no tact. And I am guilty of that. However, it really took for me to go to the military to learn a little bit about the tactual factual, okay? Still am not the most tactful person in the world. You know, and I'm not saying for you to not express yourself, but my mom used to always tell me for years and years and years, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I had to learn that, and I was aided along in learning the value of that and the true meaning of that when I went to the military, because dealing with people who looked at me as though I was subordinate to them, who felt like because they made more money or a higher rank of me, they felt as though they could treat me or talk to me any type of way. I had to learn how to put them in their place without getting written up, which it took me a few years to master that. But I had to learn how to express myself in a way to where my freedom or my paycheck would not be compromised. And that is something that a lot of Aries need to learn, because a lot of times our quick tempers, our quick to say fuck it mentality, and our mouths talk us out of our blessings. We have a tendency to talk ourselves out of our own blessings. Also, too, Aries lack patience. We lack patience. I think I said jealousy was the biggest one. I lied. My bad. We're very honest, though. We're very honest. We are. Even though I know I just said I lied. You know what I'm trying to say. However, patience. How could I forget about that? Okay. Patience is also a big character flaw that Aries is a challenge for us to overcome in our lifetime as well. Now, all of these challenges that I'm saying, all of these flaws that I'm saying for our signs, with all that said and done, we are still some of the best. We are some of the best once we overcome those things. And that is because we are very honest. We are very forthright. So although we lack patience, you never have to feel as though you're walking on glass or tiptoeing around an Aries. If they have an issue with you, you will know. Whether it is through their words, which may be, you know, like daggers, or through their silence, or by them just saying fuck it and giving you the deuces, either way it goes, you will know. when you have pissed the Aries off. Now, a more evolved Aries will just love you from a distance and be silent. A lesser evolved Aries, like how I was, will beat you up. That is one thing. Aries is not afraid for a fight. We are the god of war. We will fight you. We will curse you the fuck out. And we will beat your ass. And then afterwards we'll be like, now look what you made me do. And then after that, we good. We'll come up to you like, hey, what up? Like we didn't just beat your ass. See, you see what I'm saying? You see the imbalance there? So for all of my Aries people, those are our challenges. What is wrong with our sign that we have to overcome? And it may be harsh, but it is the truth. I honestly would say. I have not really come across a lot of overtly jealous Aries. However, I will say that the jealousy streak in the Aries, I have noticed it more in females instead of males. But I think that is because the female Aries tend to be more outspoken than the male Aries. Most male Aries tend to be more laid back and calm. But we can leave that for another segment. Right now, we're just talking about the challenges, right? So, jealousy, our tempers, competitiveness, and patience, and no tact. Those are 5 of the things that we really, really, really are challenged with, that it is up to us to conquer and overcome this lifetime. So with that being said, all of my Aries, I'm pretty sure you already knew this about yourself, but if you did not, or if you were in denial, don't forget, denial's a river in Africa, and I hope you're not being sensitive. Don't think I'm being biased, because as I said, I'm an Aries as well, and I identified these issues in myself at a very young age, and I worked very hard to overcome it. And anybody can overcome it to be a better person for themselves, because that is a part of our soul's journey this lifetime, is to overcome these challenges. Challenges, right? And that is why certain people are certain zodiac signs to overcome certain challenges that they may not have overcome in the last lifetime. So with that being said, I hope that was helpful for Aries to know your challenges, which you need to overcome. Have a wonderful day and be blessed. Love you.